Welcome to week 2 of our Coach's Corner. Once again, my name is David Collins. I'm the athletic director at Greenville High School. Today's episode, we're going to focus on our volleyball program, focus on our tennis program, and focus on our cross-country programs. We're talking about young people from each one of those teams. But we're going to start with the introduction of our Coach of the Week, which is our Assistant Athletic Director, our girls coordinator, and our head volleyball coach, Jenna Sickels. Jenna, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell everybody about your coaching journey, Jenna. I know that me and you have been together for about 6 months now, but you've been in this business for about a decade. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is my 11th year here. I graduated from here, played volleyball in college, and kind of stepped away for a little while and kind of got into the coaching part of it a little bit later in life, but just kept being drawn to it, and so I just jumped in, and 11 years later, here I am.
Here we go. Well, you're taking on a different role. One of the first things when I was hired, I knew that we wanted to make sure that I sat down with you. You're actually the first person I sit down and talk to, because I knew you'd give me some insight into the program and help me get started in the right foot. But more importantly, I wanted to make sure I partnered with you, because I knew how important it was to have somebody that's really linked into our girls' side of the program every single day. So you started the new role as the Assistant Athletic Director. Tell me about kind of your day-to-day role doing that job.
It really is just a lot of, I'm able to just connect with the kids if I need to, if the kids need stuff, the coaches that need things, I'm just available to be able to help and support them daily, and just, work things out. Like I tell the kids a lot of times, they ask me, what do you do all day? And sometimes it's putting out fires, and sometimes it's just supporting the coaches, and sometimes it's supporting the teachers in the building and the administrators in the building with our kids. So it's every day is different, but it's a good different every day.
That's awesome. Well, I know it's important to have you every day, because you make everybody in our athletics office job a lot easier. So we're thankful.
I tried
for
to do
everything
that.
You do. Well, you do for sure. Here's what I know with being in this business for 25 years. I'm blessed. My wife, Crystal, and my daughter, Kellison, how supportive they are of me. And I think every good coach has a great family that supports them. Why don't you tell us about your family a little bit?
Yeah, both of my kids graduated from here. My husband graduated from here also. We were the same class of 96. And my family's very supportive. You'll see them at the games. My daughter will keep the book for us sometimes whenever I need it. Last minute, I can call her and say, hey, I need you to keep the book. And she's here. She's done it the last 2 games. My mom makes cookies for the girls, and, they know her as Gammy. So, that just having my family around, it's like they're really supportive, and they're really like invested in what I'm doing, so it's good.
Awesome. You talked a little bit about getting into the coaching world. Let's talk about your athletic background. What all things were you involved in, especially here when you were at Greenville High School?
Yeah, so I didn't start playing volleyball until I was in 7th grade, because that was pretty much when it was offered. I played softball, in my youth years, just because it was offered at the YMCA and all that. So softball, I played soccer. When I got into school, I started volleyball in 7th grade, and just started to be my thing. So I did that. My junior year here, we actually got a softball team in the high school. So I got to be one of the first classes to participate in the softball program here. And I only got to do it for 2 years, but it was kind of cool getting to start that program up and being the first ones to be a Lady Line softball player.
Awesome. Coaching is I think the best title we have is obviously mom or dad, right? I mean, that's it, and then husband and wife, but coach is an important role. And tell me what coach means to you.
I think that it's more than just the X's and O's. It's supporting your athletes and just being there for them and just teaching them life lessons to make them better people and more successful in the next chapter in their life after they leave us.
Okay, very good. We have a foundational belief in our program. We talk about love is free, trust is earned. And I think one of the most important questions I can ask everybody in this segment is what that means to you in our program.
Yeah, I think that, like for me, I just try to model how I want the kids to act. And so whenever I'm doing things in a certain way, they know that they can trust that I'm going to be there for them. I'm going to support them. I just am, I guess, just having them buy into me and trust me and the decisions that I make. And so that way, whenever it comes time, like I know that I can trust them because they're buying into me. So I try every day just to model how I want them to be and just be consistent with my decisions and how I treat them so that they know that they can trust me and they do know that I love them at the end of the day.
Okay. What's the best lesson you ever learned from a coach?
I think accountability would be the main thing. I think there was a time in my teenage years where I was a teenager, and of course I thought I knew everything and was the smartest person, and I'll never forget my high school coach put me in my place, and no matter how good of a player I was, she didn't allow it to happen and held me accountable for my actions. And I think from that moment on, I just had a better understanding, and I was able to, just self-evaluate, I guess, and not act that way anymore because I knew that she was going to hold me accountable, and I wanted to be on the court. So I didn't want my actions to prevent me from being able to play. So I think her just holding me accountable to my teenage self was the most important thing.
Very good. All right, last question I got for you. Obviously, I'm 6 months into it, but I'm still fairly new to Greenville, Texas. What's something about Greenville, Texas that I need to know that I may not know?
Gosh, there's a lot of things about Greenville, but I think you're probably learning this, but our community is really great, and we have a lot of people that support our community or support our athletic department. If they just, they're just waiting for us to ask. But when we do, like they're just so willing, and I think we're starting to see that a little bit more. But I think that's the most important thing about our community is that people don't really realize is that they are very supportive of us and what we're trying to do here, and that's a huge deal.
Awesome. Well, Jenna, I appreciate you not only for the work you do for us in the department every day, but what you do for our kids every day. You're truly the champion, not just for the girls' side, but every kid in our program and every teacher on our campus. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today and letting everybody get to know you a little bit better. Welcome back to week 2 of Coach's Corner. As we talked about earlier, we're going to meet kids from our cross-country programs, tennis programs, and volleyball programs today. We're going to start with our sophomore, Leah Reeves, from our cross-country program. Leah, how are you?
Good.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate you. Okay. Leah, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your family, and how we've gotten here today as a sophomore at Greenville High School.
I live with my mom and dad and my brother. My mom and my dad get me to school every day so I can be a part of this program.
Okay. So obviously in cross country, they're waking up early every day because you guys are practicing early in the morning every day, right? We get to see you guys running out there while we're at football practice every morning. Very good. Leah, tell me a little bit about your journey in cross country. How long you've been running, and why you got into the sport in the first place.
I've been running since 7th grade in middle school.
Okay.
I don't know, running's just kind of been like, just there. Like,
okay.
Once I started running, I was like, oh, I like this, so I've just enjoyed it.
What does it do for you? Tell me, some people I like to run, And sometimes I just collect my thoughts. Now, I don't compete like you do, right? I'm just trying to keep my heart healthy from exploding when I get excited too much, right? But it's a getaway for me sometimes. But what is running to you?
It helps me get prepared for my basketball season or whatever, so I can stay in shape and just like all year long go run outside or whatever.
Okay, good. So you're utilizing that as a catalyst to help you in the other sports that you love, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, that leads me into my next question for you is what other sports are you involved here in Greenville High School?
Basketball and track.
Okay, what do you run in track?
I do the mile and 2 mile.
The mile and 2 mile, very good. Okay, so you're a distance runner. That makes sense with cross country. All right, what about basketball?
A point guard.
Point guard. Oh, so you run the show. You're the what I like to call the quarterback on the court, huh? All right, very good. All right, tell me what it means, Leah, to be a Greenville Lion to you.
My dedication and the Lion spirit.
Okay, awesome. All right. When we have a new cross-country coach this year, Coach Lumpkins, tell me about what she has brought to our cross-country team.
I feel like she's brought more energy and there's more people there this year, so that helps with like more competing or whatever, especially since there's somebody in front of me that I can like try to run up to.
Awesome. Okay. Let's go a couple of years, fast forward a couple of years, and you're graduating from Greenville High School. Where do you see yourself going once you graduate from Greenville?
I want to attend the fire academy.
Okay, awesome.
To become a firefighter.
Awesome, very cool. That is awesome. I got one of my best friends in the world is a captain in the Dallas Fire Department, so it's an unbelievable service that you would be presenting to your community. So we would absolutely thank you for that. Tell me this on the lighter side real quick. I'm new to Greenville, been here about 6 months, right? What's something about Greenville, Texas I don't know that I need to know?
I don't know all you know, but
I get that answer a lot.
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. I bet you. What about favorite places to eat in Greenville, Texas?
My favorite place?
Yes, your favorite place.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Before games, I like to get Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Just something light, quick, easy.
Okay, awesome. Well, I do know where Chick-fil-A is. I've seen that quite a few times. Okay. One of the things that we talk about in our program, it's a foundational behavior of our program, which is, you've hardly heard us say it, love is free and trust is earned, right? Love is free, trust is earned. What does that statement mean to you?
You gotta work with the students to like be able to like get to know them and like see what they work well with and like what they don't.
Okay, all right, very good. All right, when I say you have to earn trust, what are the things that you do every day to earn the trust of your teammates and coaches?
So when you're on the court, you gotta work with each other. If one person is just like doing their own thing, you can't really get much out of that by yourself. But for cross country, it's like you're a team, but like also you wanna get better for yourself.
Okay. So individually develop so that your team can be better.
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Well, Leah, I really appreciate you spending some time with us today. I know our fans are going to be excited about learning more about you, and we can't wait to see you keep competing for the Lions as you move forward throughout your seasons.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
great day.
You too.
All right. We'll be right back with our next group. Welcome back to Coach's Corner, and now we're going to take a deeper look into our tennis program by talking to junior Joseph Fry. Joseph, thank you for being here today, man.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Well, we talk to most of our athletes, and we know that there's a great support system around athletes to be able to get to do what you do. Tell us a little bit about that support system in your life, Joseph.
Support system, all right. So I think the biggest support system is only God. He grants me the ability to get through the day and sleep through the night. Other than God, it'd probably be my mother.
Okay.
She supports me through financially, giving me a place to live, giving me a place to eat, giving me stuff to eat, and she's definitely the biggest help I've ever had.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. What does your mom do for a living?
She is on oncology right now.
Okay, awesome.
Works with cancer, yes.
Awesome. And her name?
Carolyn Fry.
All right, Carolyn. Well, thank you so much for everything you do. And I bet she supports you a little bit more than financially, right?
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
Definitely.
But that's good. All right,
Yes, sir.
awesome, awesome. Well, tell us about your journey with tennis, how long you've been playing and how you've gotten to here.
Yes, sir. So I've been playing since 7th grade. Before that, I would just play with my parents occasionally. And going up from 7th grade to 8th grade to all through high school, that's how long I've been playing.
Okay.
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
Awesome. Competing for the Lions, talk to me about what that means to you.
It's definitely a challenge. It is not easy playing these schools that are well-versed in playing tennis, and I have to put in my all just to put up a chance against these people. And it gives a reason to really strive to get better and to put myself on a higher level and to open my mind into new ways to playing tennis.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's take that mindset and how do you apply that to other parts of your life?
Other parts of my life, I have to be open to everything. I can't shut down someone's way of thinking, my own way of thinking, because I have to be open, or unless if I shut down my mind, then I'll be stuck in the same place forever.
Okay. Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Very good. You talk about just the other influences and other things that you're involved in. So other than tennis, what are the other things that you get involved with every day, and how have they influenced the man you are?
So my biggest involvement would probably be my church community.
Okay.
That is, I love my church, and they grant me the ability just to serve and to interact. And they are a great way to serve outside of school and have a fun activity and worship God.
All right, very good. Well, you say service, and I think that's a really important part of all of our lives, right?
Yes, sir.
So again, the feeling of service, what does it mean for you to have the ability to serve others?
Serve others. I think it's the main quality of just loving others, loving God. And to serve others is just to help them unconditionally without wanting anything back.
Awesome. That selfless mindset. I love
Yes,
that.
sir.
Awesome stuff, man. You've already talked about love, so I'm going to talk about the foundational piece of our program. One of the things I started to talk about when I first got here was love is free, trust is earned in our program, right? And I think you've probably heard me say that before,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay. What does that statement mean to you, bud?
That love is free, trust is earned. You can't go into a new place thinking that you can do whatever you want. You have to earn your spot by, first of all, loving others, because if you don't love others, your trust is going to be so much more difficult to earn, and it's going to be a challenge. And I think it is wonderful that we can love others unconditionally, and that trust can be built up over a long period of time.
Awesome. With your coach Hamilton.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about what are the things about him and Coach Hawkins, our new assistant coach.
Yes, sir.
What are the things about them that they do on a daily basis that allow them to earn your team's trust, you as a player and also your teammates?
Coach Hamilton really does put our team as a family. He connects all of us, and when we make bad decisions, he goes over it and really connects us by being in a classroom. Like yesterday, we watched a documentary about tennis and how being in your mind can be so detrimental to your gameplay. And he really puts us together, and we are one team. We are not separate.
Awesome. What's a lesson that you've learned from the coaches that you institute in your own life every day?
If you want to grow, you have to have a true heart to grow. You cannot have a half-hearted way to want to grow. because striving for growth, striving for a new ability and to win more takes effort, and it takes more than just going to the courts every day and playing. You have to spend your time, spend your mind and your heart just to really strive for what you want to do.
Awesome.
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
I think that's a really important lesson, and I'm glad that those are things that you guys are thinking about and talking about
Yes,
every
sir.
single day in our tennis program. Okay, bud. On the lighter side, I'm fairly new to Greenville. It's about 6 months in for me, right? And
Yes,
most
sir.
of my time spent in this field house, so I don't get to see a whole lot of Greenville, Texas. But let's talk about the food in Greenville. What's your
Food.
favorite place to eat?
Food. I'd have to say my favorite place to eat. That's a hard one too. There's so many
It is.
places here.
There's a lot of good food here, I'll tell you that.
I'm a big fan of, let's say, Brahms. I really love their
Okay.
ice cream, and I really love their food.
What's your favorite ice cream there at Brahms? What's your go-to order?
It's a hard thing to say, but cookie cappuccino crunch. or
Cookie cappuccino
cappuccino,
crunch. I
or-
haven't had that yet.
I probably said that wrong, but it's a great ice cream, and I love it so much.
Awesome. Well, my little girl's an ice cream aficionado, so at 4 years old, she wants every one of them. So I may let her try that next time. Well,
Sir.
Joseph, I appreciate your time today, man. It was great getting to know you a little
Thank
bit
you.
better, and I know our fans will also be excited about getting to know you a little better. Have a great season, man. We wish you the best of luck, and go Lions.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. We'll be back with our next group in volleyball. Welcome back to Coach's Corner, and now we move to our volleyball program with our two team captains. We've got senior Jillian Dracos and junior Jaxi Walker. Ladies, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We're excited to get looks into the program, and it's exciting to have our captains here today, kind of like what we had with our football program last week. And then this week, we've already talked to cross country and tennis. So we're really excited that you're going to give us a really inside view of our volleyball program today. But I want to start by this, and I think this is the most important. Every great athlete or every great coach or every great person has a great support team and their family and those that really have supported them throughout their journey, right? So, Jillian, I'm going to start with you. Talk to us a little bit about your family and how they've supported you to be where you are today.
I'm sorry. My mom and my dad both work for Greenville ISD, and they've changed their whole lives around to be able to make all of my games my last high school season. And then my sister and my brother, my sister comes to all the games she can whenever she doesn't have practice. I make her play with me in the yard, which I'm sure she doesn't love that much, but she does it anyway because she knows that it's what I want to do.
All right, so speaking of those sacrifices, obviously I know your mother's a principal at Lamar Elementary, okay? And your dad was a former athletic director and head football coach at Cumbia and now has taken a step back, coming here to be an assistant, just to be a part of your last year of volleyball. What does it mean to see both of them in the stands for every game?
It's different, but it means a lot to me because I would make as many games as they could. But obviously, with your dad as a head football coach and athletic director, he's not going to be at a Friday night game.
Right. So it's just nice to see him there, right? That's awesome, good. And it takes a lot for a person to do that, and that speaks a lot about both of them and how much they've sacrificed for you. Okay, Jaxi, same question. Tell us a little bit about your support system at home.
My support system, it's like my mother is my top supporter 100%. And my oldest sister, she plays volleyball as well.
Okay.
And she's playing at TJC right now.
Okay.
And so my parents are very good about splitting up and making sure that they're at all of our stuff. And my younger brother, I'm a twin, but
Oh, okay. Oh,
he
that's interesting.
he plays soccer here, and so they're really good about being at everyone's stuff. And my grandparents love coming to our games.
Okay. Well, I think if I'd be remiss, and so would our fans, if I didn't ask, being a twin, what does that feel like? I mean, what are the things about being a twin that us that are not twins don't know?
Well, one, your birthday is never your birthday. It's yours and his birthday.
Right.
I mean, it's really not much different. I mean, my relationship with my brother is pretty much the same with my sister.
Okay.
It's
Awesome. So
all up in there.
So when people think being a twin is a lot different, there's not much to it? Okay, awesome. Well, that's interesting. I'm glad you shared that with us. Okay, ladies, let's talk about now your volleyball journey. So, Jillian, I'll start back with you again. How long have you been in volleyball? I know you play club as well. Take us through kind of your growth in volleyball and how it's gotten you here today.
I started playing volleyball at the Greenville Rec Center, actually. And then I got recruited to go play for a club team my 7th grade year.
Okay.
And I played, and then I moved to Cuero, and then I was on their varsity my freshman year. Then I moved back here and played varsity my
Sophomore year?
sophomore, junior, senior.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about the club scene a little bit and how I mean, I know it's different, but you're traveling all over the country. What's the best trip you've taken because of club volleyball?
Colorado, probably.
Colorado. What'd you love about that?
I don't know. I had a lot of fun at the Colorado tournament. It was a really big tournament, but I liked Colorado. I liked the weather
Okay.
because it wasn't really cold.
What part of Colorado were you in? You don't know? Okay. There's a lot of Colorado, so I get it. Mountains?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I've been some time. We were in the spring. We were in Colorado Springs. It is an awesome place to be. There's no doubt about it. Jaxi, talk about your volleyball journey.
So I started playing when I was about 6 because my sister had always played. And then when I hit about 8 or 9, I started playing club. And then I got up to the high school. In my freshman year, I was on varsity. And sophomore and junior.
Awesome. And again, same question. What's the greatest club trip you've taken with volleyball?
I would say either Washington or Florida.
Washington State or Washington, D.C.?
Washington State.
Washington State, okay. What's different about the North? I've never been to the Northwest. What was really cool about being in the Northwest?
Well, it wasn't hot. It wasn't 100 degrees.
Okay, yeah.
And everything around there is just like mountains and trees, and it's really pretty.
Okay, awesome, fair enough. All right. Talk about your experience playing line volleyball now. We've talked about club a little bit. Let's talk about playing for our program and playing for Coach Sickels. What are the best memories you have about being in our program, and what has our program taught you as an athlete? Jillian?
Okay, I'll start with what our program's taught me. Our program has taught me that, there are going to be times where you're going to have a difference with someone, but you have to put that aside on the court and look like your best friends and just fake it till you make it, because you can have a problem with someone, but on the court, y'all are best friends just to get the job done. Everyone has the same common goal. So to get the job done, we have to put everything aside.
Awesome. Jaxi, same question.
I think with our team, it has really taught me how to be a leader and how I can lead my team on and off of court.
Okay, very good. A lot of things, I think you just go back to what you say, in the world, there's two types of relationships, right? There's the professional relationships and the personal relationships. And I think any part of the team, you're going to have both, right? And I think it's important as a leader to be able to maintain both of those. So I'm glad you brought that to the table and to the discussion today for more people to think through that. Let's go back to now the experience. What's your best experience in our volleyball program?
I don't know. I like our Broken Bow trip every year that we take as a team. I think that we kind of bond more off the court, and it's not just all volleyball related on our trip, so it's like us getting to know each other as people, not just as teammates.
Okay, awesome. Jaxi, same question.
I would pretty much agree with that. I mean, going to Broken Bow, it's so much fun, and it's you get to get your head out of the volleyball atmosphere for a little bit.
Okay, take a breath from it and just get to know each other as people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay, we have a saying in our program, and since I've been here, it's kind of the foundational piece of everything that we do. We talk about love is free, trust is earned, right? Jillian, what does that statement mean to you?
On our team specifically, we can love each other, and but if I'm going to trust you to take the ball that you're supposed to take or have my back whenever I'm in the front row, if you're covering behind me, or if we're in the weight room even, I'm trusting that you're going to spot me and I'm not going to get crushed by this weight. you have to like be around those people or trust that they're going to do what they need to do to make our program better too. So.
Okay. All right. Jaxi, same question.
I think our game is a big, like, you have to trust your teammates around you. Because, like, say if a block's not up, then you have to trust that your defense is going to get it. Or say if your defense isn't ready, like, you got to trust that your block's there. Or if you've just made some big hustle play out the back, like, you got to trust that your team's going to take care of the ball.
Okay. So I'm going to go back, and we'll go with Jaxi, then back to Jillian. What is your focus every day to make sure that you're doing what you have to do to earn the trust of your teammates?
I would say my focus is probably like making sure like I have some type of conversation with everyone on my team at some point during practice or a game. Like, so I'm not just over in the corner talking to one person, so that I'm like well-rounded with my team.
Okay. And Jillian, same question.
I would say that mine's more of like in the weight room, you're not gonna see me like just sitting down, slacking off the reps, or just like doing the weight that I know I shouldn't be doing, which really has had to change in the past few months because last year you would have seen me doing that. But we were kind of like shifting that, or in practice, taking more intentional reps, not like goofing off as much. Like there will still be some times where it's like we're having a fun practice, but it's not like we're just like running around in circles having fun.
Awesome. Love it. So more intentional. I love that word, intentional. I think it's an important word, and I think it's the one that builds trust more than anything, right? Is intentionally do what you're supposed to do, right? Be on purpose. That's great stuff. All right, ladies, on the lighter side, I've been here for about 6 months. What's one spot, one thing, something I need to know about Greenville that I might not know?
Rivera's. It's a little Mexican restaurant, and it's really good. We've been there a few times, and I like it every time that I've been.
Awesome. We'll be hitting that spot for sure then. All right, ladies, I appreciate your time today, giving us a little look into the volleyball program and its leadership. So thankful for everything you guys do every day to try to drive the action of the ladies in that program, and I'm looking forward to seeing us finish strong this season as we get into district play. Okay, thank you.
Friday.
All right, we'll be back with our final segment next. Welcome back for our final segment. This is just an opportunity for me to speak to you, our fans, a little bit more. What you hear me ask a bunch in these questions is about the support systems and the life that your support brings to you to the table. My support system, my wife Crystal and my daughter Kellison and my family. My mother is still alive, Grace Collins, who has been influential in my life. My brothers, my sisters, just everybody who's kind of given me a chance to be here in front of you today. It makes me think about, what it is that drives me and what it is that makes me push to be the best version of myself that I can be. And just give you an insight into then how that leads to our program, right? Our whole process starts with one question in our program is what is the life that we want require of us? And we use the word in this program, demand, really, instead of require, because in order to achieve the life that you want, that you put certain demands on yourself in the way that you behave, the way that you do your business, the way that you work. One of the answers I got from the volleyball girls is intentionality and being very intentional about what you do, not just go through the motions, but really think before you act, have purpose behind your actions and behaviors. And, that question, what does the life you want require or demand of you every day, is what we start with for a reason. Because what we want our kids to do is we want them to dream big in this program. But to dream big, what you're doing is you're putting yourself in a position to have to act big. And that's, I think, what most people fail to see when in their dreams. And I think it's what separates most successful people from those that struggle. When you dream big and you act big, then you know exactly what it takes and what the life you want requires of you every day, but also you have the courage to step in there and do the work that it takes to get where you want to be. Some people call it, work ethic versus want ethic. I mean, everybody wants, but not everybody's willing to work to achieve. Well, what we're trying to teach our kids in this program more than anything else is it's okay to dream big. I don't know that all of our kids have always done that necessarily. And we're pushing them to dream big, but more importantly, we're trying to show them that to dream big means that you have to have big actions behind it if you're going to achieve big. And that those demands sometimes are tough, and they're tough but twofold. One, we don't always know exactly what it means, and we don't know what it looks like. Our kids in our programs right now, they're working extremely hard, and most are working harder than they ever have. But we still have to continue to rise the level of our work to meet the demands that we've placed on ourselves. We're having to grow each and every day, and sometimes that becomes a daunting task. It becomes something where maybe the kids feel like, man, I'm not doing it, I'm not seeing the results, I'm not seeing this. But what they have to understand is very simply this, is there's only one guarantee in life, is if you don't do the work, it won't happen. You're not guaranteed to get anything by doing the work, but it's the only path to it. And what our kids have to understand is it's not an easy process and it's not a fast process. Taking yourself from where you are right now to who you want to be in the future is a long daily process of intentional action, of disciplined action, of action that leads you to meet the demands of the life that you want. And that's our whole focus here every day, is build behaviors that lead to actions that meet the demands of the life that they want. And as we continue down that journey, I encourage you to keep encouraging them to meet those demands. Keep encouraging them to respond to the demands that face them each day and can be daunting and can be overwhelming, and let them know that they have the strength to carry on and continue their fight. I've enjoyed this time with you, as always. We look forward to next week and hope to see you at games in the next couple of days.
This video has been brought to you by GEUS. GEUS is your community-owned provider for electric, internet, cable TV, and true local programming.